things can sometimes move rather quickly in the State House, and it looked like there might be an opportunity to run for Secretary of State. So I thought I better talk to all these new members, new legislators. And I made a lot of calls, and actually I think Janice is the only one that really stands out in my memory. I didn't realize at that juncture that she had been a prosecutor through most of her professional career, and she was going to pound the truth out of me. But it turned out that she asked, "Who are you and what do you do?" And I gave her a little what I was working on. I was on the redistricting committee. Oh, I did that. So we talked about an hour about redistricting. Never talked about why I actually called, but and then we had another member who had a bad car crash, broken knee, and I had prime real estate in the House chamber. I was right up on the corner, and so I offered up my seat and switched with them. And I wound up sitting right in front of Janet Mills, and we had a lot of fun, caused a lot of trouble, and got a lot of good stuff done. So, to enter the standard introduction at these types of events is really the pedigree of the thoroughbred. Where Janet's been, what she's done, and she graduated from the School of Law. She worked in the AG's office, elected first woman district attorney covering 3 counties in New England. Don't clap now, you'll just wear yourself out. Founding member of the Maine Women's Lobby, former vice chair of the Democratic Party, first woman attorney general. And as AG, it's easy, and I know this firsthand, it's easy just to focus on the work they do here in Maine. Janet has worked nationally, internationally. She's a very, very highly regarded and respected expert in the law across the country. Elected 4 times to the Maine House from a very tough district. Editor of the Maine Law Review, former board member of the Margaret Chase Smith Foundation, served on the Appropriations Committee. That's light lifting, isn't it? On Judiciary, she's on the Criminal Justice Committee, as well as she's on the House Rules Committee, and was the chair of the House Ethics Committee, but it was a little bit of an easier job, I guess. Now this tells you a little bit about Janet. I don't think she knows I know this, but she was president of both the Maine Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers and the Maine Prosecutors Association. And they say I have a conflict. And she's also been active in the Farmington Historical Society, Farmington Grange, the Mount Blue Public Access Television System, the Clearwater Lake Association,
Junior Choir,
and the Emblem Club, whatever the hell that is.
Girl Scout leader.
Girl Scout leader, you name it. Widely published both professionally and artistically. An accomplished composer of verse. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Her credentials would be enough for an entire law firm. So, and of course she's got Stan and the 5 daughters, stepdaughters, but they're daughters. When I was, politely but firmly shown the door as Secretary of State, they got Janet to MC my farewell party, and she really viciously went through the legislative record and found a bunch of my floor speeches, which I decided not to do to Janet. Hers were nowhere near as unprofessional as mine. She talked about issues. But, as you may know, she's incredibly accomplished. And to get that accomplished, you have to be very, very focused. And I am subject, in the course of a day, to about 100 interruptions. And she doesn't have much trouble with that. She likes to focus on what she's working on. She's trying to help people, doesn't like to be interrupted. So, here we are serving the legislature together. And, once again, this thing of Secretary of State might be coming up. So I think I'm going to give Janet a call, see what she thinks. And she was working at the law firm there in Skowhegan, Wright Mills, and so I called, talked to Janet, and she had this fabulous secretary, who was not going to, I tell you what, the Soviet armies could not penetrate the perimeter set up by Janet Secretary. So I was like, well, I just want to, well, I really need to be able to tell her she's very busy and see if, she wasn't saying it has to be important. So I said, well, this is the deal. I'm standing on the front lawn of my house, and the cops are here. And they found a box of human skulls in my basement, and I think I might need a lawyer. And she said, can you hold a moment? And then Janet comes on the phone, and I would tell you what she said. But we've already heard a little bit too much about posterior orifices today. And of course, after the 2010 election, when we were sort of thrust into the wilderness, as it were, I think over the 2 years, I'm not sure there was a day that we didn't communicate somehow. And I was going through a lot of those emails, and that was a pretty tough time. We didn't know where we were going to land, what we were going to do, but we had a funny exchange by email, because I'd gotten a call from Bangor Daily News, because they couldn't track down my successor. An elections question. So he called me. I said, hey, get a load of this. She said, no, yeah, I go through the same thing. Because nobody can get hold of my successor either. So she said, we're kind of like a government in exile. Which is what I named the file folder for all those several hundred emails that were done on a private email network, and they're not foilable. But, as we were going through that, we kind of forged a bit of a bond, and I remember one line out of all those emails. She said, I can't quit you just yet. And we stuck together through it all, and then, and what I went through, and by the way, I've had quite a 2-year experience here. It's including my campaign for U.S. Senate, and of course, Emerge, the class came to my announcement, which was... There's an organizational snafu, and we hadn't really gotten the word out. We're going to have like 4 people at my announcement for my campaign for the Senate. So thank you for filling the room. So anyway, like I said, Farmington must have a great community, and Paul's here, and I don't know if any of the other families. Dora's here, and because I served with Peter, and I can't imagine what Scrabble games were like in that house. Full contact. But she's been such an incredible friend. The work that she has done as an attorney, and I've heard some of the stories, and some of them are heartbreaking stories, because she genuinely cares about the people she works with. And I think it's only fair to say that you must have to go there and live there and know this family to understand how anyone with so much talent could be so committed to giving so much back to us. So it's really my pleasure to introduce the Woman of the Year, Janet.